Well, we got a nice early Saturday morning heading out to New River Trail. Gonna meet some of our buddies from the Dirt Fam on Facebook and go and check out something new. Have not done this trail before, so we're up nice and early. We're gonna be meeting up at about 7:30 at the Shell gas station off of New River exit and check out some new trails. Let's ride. Christmas is right around the corner and we want to get one last run in before everybody fizzles off into family time. Hope everybody's having a great holiday season. Got all your family in town, or maybe you're heading out in town to go see family elsewhere. Pulling up here today, we got another group that's meeting at the same spot as us. Saw their group forming as well. They're on their way out to Terminator and Predator. They got a pretty big group for that trail. It's rather congested, so we decided to take a smaller group elsewhere. But yeah, here we go. Starting off in the New River Preserve, you can actually bypass all this by just going down a main road and starting on the trail much further down, but some pretty cool little stuff to see in here. There's a little ranch over here on the right hand side, a bunch of horses and stuff. Guess they do like a little Christmas party and such over in there. One of the things that I saw for the very first time was a legitimate creek water crossing. We ended up crossing this a couple times. I haven't actually had this on any of the trails yet, so this is pretty cool. Nothing deep, it's not running fast or anything like that, but a little free car wash and just kind of doing some new stuff, some fun stuff. Preserve area is really cool. There's a lot of lush greenery, some bushes, reeds, trees, all kinds of nice stuff down here. And obviously the water's down right now. It hasn't been raining and it's not cold enough to get any snow runoff from the top of the mountains up north. But apparently the water can get pretty high in here during certain times of the year. I'd really like to come out here and see that one time. This next crossing that we were in was really deep. There wasn't any water in it at all, but it was probably about 5, maybe 6 feet deep. I could definitely see that being pretty exciting once there's a good water level in there. Might get water all the way up into your Jeep. Could be fun. Maybe a pain in the butt to clean out though. And then of course my long boy Jeep can't make this turn to get around, so I gotta back her up and get straightened back out. Not too long after the preserve, we have a little offshoot to the side. Go up this little climb. It's not a difficult climb at all, but at the top of this little ledge, there's an old fort or a settlement, which is pretty sweet. There's nothing really that you can see from the ground level because everything's been torn down or knocked down or just worn down over the years. But from a vertical view, you can see the outline of all the buildings in the ground. Pretty cool. Here you can get a glimpse of all the rocks from the buildings that were knocked down. Again, from this angle, can't really see anything, but from the top, you can see the outlines of all the buildings. This is another pretty easy trail, relatively flat roads, some rocks and some ruts here and there, but nothing too terribly crazy. Just some great scenery and some good times chilling in the desert. Typical to a lot of the trails out here in Arizona, there's just random cattle just wandering around in the middle of the desert. There's always a lot of really cool features out in the desert, but this one was extra cool at the New River Overlook. Just this gigantic mound with a plateau on top of it. I'd love to get a drone and fly it up there and see what it looks like up close. New River Trail is a pretty easy trail. You could bring just about anything out here with four-wheel drive. This would be the extent of what you could maybe call rock crawling if you really want to call it that, but it's not, honestly, at all. It's very easy. Here we get another perspective of that mound that I showed you earlier. This thing is really cool. I really want to get a drone up there, but I don't have one, so maybe I'll get one for Christmas. Fingers crossed. Here's another one of our random walking around prime steaks. Just chilling in the desert, looking at these weird things with wheels. This is one of very few obstacles on this trail, and there is a bypass just like there are for all of the obstacles out here. But this one's not difficult at all. I think that if you're coming out here, you might as well give it a shot and just have some fun with it. You won't need anything special to get up this. Got the view here from inside Shane's Jeep, so we can look at some other booties. We're at another spot here where you cross the river. This area is pretty wide, but it's not too deep. I would imagine that when the water level does come up, this is probably still very easy to pass through. It's mostly just sand and gravel on the bottom of the wash, with a little bit of rock lining on the edges. Pretty cool, and lots of trees and stuff down here, as you can tell. I would really like to get down here when there's some water though, and just really see what this looks like. But for today, we get dirt. We're starting to get into an area of the trail where there's some really cool rock formations. This next one coming up is just some gigantic boulders. Like each individual boulder is probably about the size of most people's houses. And you can just climb on them, crawl through them. We got a lot of really cool pictures and videos. This would be a really sweet spot to just kind of hang out, especially during the summer when it's really hot, just to get some reprieve from that heat. Like, how do boulders this big just end up piled up like that? So crazy, so cool. was a great day out on the trail. There wasn't really a whole lot of people, so traffic was a non-issue. Up here, we actually come across another really small group with some side-by-sides and dirt bikes. They were just taking a little break. But other than that, we didn't really see very many people today. Shortly after the Flintstones house, you come up on this next obstacle, which is probably one of the more difficult obstacles out here on this trail. You can bypass it. It's a large rock garden, pretty decent sized boulders. This one definitely won't be for everybody. If you're in a stock vehicle or something with slightly lower ground clearance, I would recommend taking the bypass for this one. This is where things started not going so well for me trying to get through this obstacle. I cheated to the right trying to take a more difficult line. I saw some bigger boulders and I wanted to try to clear them, but it didn't work out. I ended up just sliding right off of them onto the side. Got high centered, had to back out and start over. And there we go, just dropped right off of it. Damn, Gina. Alright, let's try this again, this time with a spotter to tell me where to go to not fall off of a rock. And we made it through. Very nice. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you getting me through that. The trail starts getting really fun after the rock garden obstacle. It's nothing intense or technical, but it's a lot more exciting with the bouncing around on the rocks and stuff. My baby would love this. She likes to just chill in the back seat making funny noises, listening to the vibration in our voices as we go over this bouncy stuff. So that'd be fun. I'll have to get her out here. There's a lot more of these really cool gigantic boulder formations all around past this area. And if you look far down to the left, obviously you can't see it in the video, but if you're on this trail looking down to the left, in the wash you can see a lot of fun little rock climbing opportunities if you want to take your vehicle down there, kind of get away from the beaten down trail, get into some really exciting and technical stuff. There is an opportunity for it. We chose just to take it easy today though and stay on the main trail. This next spot drops us off the main trail and has some of the most amazing features I've ever seen so far out here in Arizona. You'll get a good glimpse of it here. I got some pictures. I didn't really get any video of it, but some really sweet pictures of obviously a significant amount of water for a long period of time has been going through this area, dragging big, huge boulders, rocks, and sand all with it and just eroding away at the earth. Some really cool smoothed out rock formations and everything. Kind of looks like a water slide, just a natural water slide with some water pools and a little bit of maybe places maybe fish could hang out, or if you wanted to jump in for a swim you could do that too, I suppose. I was the last one into that area, and since we had to turn around to get out of there, I ended up being the first one out. So I led for a little bit, but I don't know this trail, don't know the area at all, so I'm kind of anxious to find a spot to pull over or let somebody else lead so I don't get us all lost out here in the middle of nowhere. Shortly after I passed off lead, I'm in the back now, and we turned off onto Seven Springs. This trail is another really easy one, pretty much just all gravel. There wasn't any obstacles at all on Seven Springs. You could probably make it out here with a halfway decent small compact SUV if you wanted to just kind of get a glimpse of some really cool stuff out here. No high clearance four-wheel drive required here whatsoever, just a chill road. We're almost done with the trail, about to head home here pretty soon. Eventually Seven Springs ends as far as the off-road portion. Starts kind of alternating back and forth between gravel and pavement roads, but super smooth sailing and easy from here. Coming from the direction we are, the first thing that we come up is like a little staging area or a rest stop. So you probably come out here and see like some campers or maybe some trailers where people are dropping off their quads, their UTVs and stuff like that. For us, we're just going to stretch out a little bit and then take the pavement and the smooth gravel roads the rest of the way back. If you're on the lookout for a trail you can do just to kind of start things off, or if you just want to take a nice easy day, definitely another one to add to the list, New River Trail and Seven Springs Trail. You can do these in any Jeep. You don't have to do all the obstacles. You can bypass absolutely everything. Amazing views and definitely a trail worth doing. Something that anybody can do. Come check it out. As far as us, where we go next, I'm not really sure. Leave a comment down below and let us know where you want to see us go next. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas, and we'll see you on the next one.